Happy Wednesday, Dharma Circle. Swati here, the embodied Dharma coach. Today, we're talking about trauma and growing your business. Is it possible to grow your business and make more money and be successful while also honoring your body wisdom, your nervous system, and the gentleness that your body is likely asking for? I'm here to tell you, yes, you can do both. You should do both. And in fact, this is what is required in order to grow a truly dharmic business. Your body and your body wisdom, honoring your nervous system and taking care of a gentle, nourishing path of soul contentment is in fact the best and the only way to grow a truly dharmic business. So let's dive in. And I also have something special for those of you who are just starting your business and you want to grow it in a way that is body-centered and also truly rooted in the purpose of your soul. Or maybe you already have a business and you're ready to scale and grow to six figures, but you want to make sure you're doing this in a way that honors your body, doesn't lead to more burnout, more pushing and forcing, and you want more wealth, but you want to do it in a way that is truly in alignment with your soul purpose and your dharmic gifts. I have something for you, especially today, something I'm excited to share with you, and I'll share more about that later in this class. So when I talk about trauma, I often lose people, and I notice I sent out my newsletter this morning about this class. It's all about understanding your trauma responses and growing your business in a way that's truly body-centered, nourishing for your body and soul. And some people, it's too much, and I get it. But for those of you who are healers and guides, and you're probably already doing your trauma work, hopefully you've been doing your work around ancestral lineage patterns and issues. You understand and you know what your attachment style is and early childhood issues and all of these things that you've been doing to heal yourself and repattern your body and your nervous system. This is so vital for your dharmic path. But then when it comes to your business, are you actually dysregulating yourself? Are you causing more harm than good? What if your healing gifts and the gifts you're here sharing in this world are actually a result of trauma? What if they are a trauma response? What if the skills that you've acquired over your lifetime are actually a trauma response? These skills that have made you successful in a worldly sense, what if they are rooted in trauma? And what if your desire to heal and fix yourself and your clients is actually rooted in trauma and a trauma response? And what if the desire to make more money and succeed on a material level is actually a trauma response? Because for most of us, and I'm hoping that this class is going to invite you to really lean in and get curious. But for most of us, and especially if you are a healer, a guide, a therapist, a teacher, a spiritual worker, a dharmic worker on any level, a hands-on healer, whatever it is, most of us have learned these skills of being successful in this world as a result of trauma and survival. And that is a problem when it comes to deep soul nourishment and contentment and sharing your dharmic gifts and wisdom in this world in order to be successful. Because we don't want more of the same. We don't want more disconnection. We don't want more malnourishment. And yet, if you learned these success skills, these gifts, this wisdom as a result of trauma and survival, then what happens when you grow your business is we actually put fuel on the fire, and it intensifies the survival mode that was already here. And for most of us, these are actually lineage issues. So our ancestors learned a long time ago how to survive, and it may even look like success on the outside. This is really important. Most of what we are working with in this lifetime, and if you are a contract worker, here to repair and heal your lineage and restore Dharma in the lineage, most of what we have learned from our lineage and our patterns epigenetically, our nervous system, the conditioning of our whole body is actually ancestral patterning. And so for most of us, these lineage patterns are actually rooted in survival, not soul nourishment and deep embodied connection and listening. And this is really important because I meet a lot of women, a lot of healers who come to me and say, I'm ready to grow my business. I want to scale to 6 figures. But in this process of growing the business, the mirror that comes up is perfectionism, pushing, forcing, all of these survival mechanisms that she's been relying on for years and generations. And it's not going to create nourishment. It's not going to create soul contentment. More of the same is going to actually cause more problems and keep us disconnected from our true Dharma. So your body has a different experience of success. Capitalism, colonialism, misogyny, patriarchy, on and on, religious dogma. All of these things are what has disconnected us from our dharmic truth, the nourishment of our soul. And again, these are lineage issues, and they've been handed to us. And your body knows. It knows that pushing, forcing, overgiving, overdoing, and attaining material world success, it's not actually nourishing. And it's actually disconnection. This is trauma. Trauma is disconnection in the body. Of course, we can look at a Jyotish chart. We can see exactly where the trauma is in the body, where this disconnection is, and where this body and soul needs to reconnect in this lifetime in order to find wholeness. It's very straightforward, very simple. But when you're a high-functioning overachiever who overgives and strives for perfection, you are not in a receptive state. And I'm imagining you are like my clients and myself, and we have this survival mechanism deeply rooted in us. Overgiving, perfectionism, striving to succeed, wanting material world success at all costs, pushing past the body in order to get results, and people pleasing, fawning, or fight, flight, freeze, fawn responses, these nervous system dysregulation patterns that show up in a variety of ways in order to get results, get it done. And if you have been functioning on any of these levels of, I have to get it done, I have to make it happen, and let's be honest, the bills have to be paid, we have to have a roof over our head, we need food. Many of you are taking care of families and you have dependents. That increases the survival mode and this overdrive, overachieving. And many of us learned that that's how we get love. So we need to be aware of this. And likely, if you have already identified these patterns in yourself, this is your client as well. So pay attention, because the way that we heal ourselves and what supports our own healing and transformation is also the medicine that we share and who we're attracting. So the more that you lean into this and deepen this awareness and understanding for yourself, the more you have to offer as a medicine, as a resource for someone else. This overdoing, overgiving, perfectionism, the striving to achieve, and for some of you, this is actually a numbing out, avoiding, a checking out. That's the opposite side of perfectionism, is you literally sabotage and don't show up, don't take steps. You're an avoider. And avoidance is rooted in actually a deep self-criticism. This is something to be aware of, whether you are showing up, taking action, and overachieving, or you're underachieving and underperforming by not taking action. We need to pay attention to the inner critic, this drive of not enoughness that is actually at the root of this. And this is why high achievers, or even underachievers, feel a sense of lack and malnourishment within. It's this constant undernourishment, this malnourishment of I'm not enough, I'm not doing enough, I don't have enough, I don't feel enough, I'm not giving enough. It's this ongoing sense in the body that I am not enough and there's lack. And guess what? It's going to show up in your body, in your health. It's going to show up in your business through money. It might even show up in your money issues directly. What is your relationship with money? Again, not enough. And your relationships. Do your relationships mirror to you? I'm not enough, I'm not doing enough. Pay attention. Maybe even your clients mirror this to you. Remember that unprocessed trauma is going to keep you in a state of disconnection and lack. It's going to keep you in a disconnection with nourishment. So we can't receive nourishment because there's a disconnection with receiving nourishment. Trauma keeps us disconnected. Again, we can see in the Jyotish chart very specifically, this is where the disconnection is in the body. This is what the soul is trying to reconnect with in this lifetime. It's very straightforward. And so when we're in this state of disconnection because of unprocessed trauma, it impacts all areas of life, especially your money and your business, and it's going to impact your dharmic path. Dharma is the path of body and soul nourishment. Dharma will show us where we're avoiding, where we are disconnecting from our body and soul nourishment. If you want Dharma, you have to be on a path of connection. You have to be on a connection of leaning closer to body and soul. There is no other way. When we become devoted to Dharma and the path of reconnection with our wholeness, we naturally start to create more soul nourishment, more body nourishment. We allow ourselves naturally to start receiving more nourishment on all levels of life, physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. This is going to allow deeper receiving with money, health, and vitality, as well as relationships. It's a natural byproduct of tending to our body and soul reconnection. And this is the beauty of your dharmic business, because if you have a truly dharmic business, and you're showing up in a way that is about reconnection with body and soul, and you're sharing this awareness, this medicine, this knowledge, this insight, then your offering is a natural extension of what you're already doing. Stop making it so hard. I mean, literally every day I have a conversation with a woman who is just making it too hard. The disconnection is so strong that she doesn't even know if she's on her path and if her business is in alignment with her gifts and her medicine. Stop making it so hard. Dharma is the easiest thing you could be doing, sharing, offering, because you're already living it. You're already breathing it. This is your existence. So stop making it so hard. And again, the disconnection is what makes it so hard. But once we reconnect and we're in alignment with our gifts and our wisdom and our body, and we trust our path, and we know where we're going, and we know exactly why we're here and what we're doing, everything organizes. It becomes so simple and so clear. And then the next question is just, how do I monetize this? And how do I connect with more people? Okay, great. That's the business stuff. We can do that. But if you're not organized within yourself, in that simplicity of knowing exactly what your medicine is, exactly why you're here, what your soul is here to do and accomplish, then it becomes too hard. That disconnection makes everything so hard, and it's unnecessary. Your body is the resource for this nourishment, this receiving of money, vitality, love, all of it. And so we need to pay attention to the challenges that show up. And I ask this to everybody. Pay attention to what your dharmic work is in this lifetime. There's only 3 possibilities for householders. Is your main challenge money? Is your main challenge relationships? Or is it health? This is the clue. Because whatever your biggest challenge is, this is also your offering. So we need to be in right relationship with the challenges and really trust them so that we can be in right relationship with our offering and our gifts. The push, the drive to succeed, it's backfiring. It's keeping you disconnected. We can have this desire to succeed, but it needs to be rooted in our body wisdom and our connection to true Dharma. What is my purpose? Why am I truly here? And this is one of the reasons why a dharmic business model is so rare. In fact, I don't know anyone else who's really teaching what true Dharma business is all about. There's a lot of fragmented half-truths going on out there, even in the spiritual business world. If it's not rooted in your body and your body wisdom, it's not true Dharma. And everything that we do and everything we share needs to be sourced from body. And that's my definition of a true dharmic business, that body and soul are the reason for the offering. That is the medicine. Of course, our Jyotish chart tells us so much about that truth and that clarity. It just makes everything so much clearer, so we don't have to guess. We don't have to question. We just know, and we can trust. And there's a lot of support that comes with that. And in fact, the clients who are walking with me, that's the biggest takeaway that every single client who works with me leaves my process with. that clarity. I trust my path. I know exactly why I'm here. And there's unwavering clarity in that. And then, okay, we figure out the business steps, the marketing, the messaging, your niche. Again, your Jodas chart is an excellent resource for all of that. But the business stuff has to be rooted in the purpose of your soul, the true purpose of your soul. Otherwise, it's just a career, just another business. So receptivity is the key here. When we're disconnected and we're rooted in trauma, we cannot be receiving. We cannot be in our receptive. There's not a connection with nourishment and pleasure. Second chakra, pelvis. So the key ingredient for your dharmic business is listening to your body and knowing what truly nourishes you and supporting your nervous system in this receptive state. This might be a slower, gentler process than you've heard from someone else or anyone's given you permission to be in or you've allowed yourself to be in. But it's truly the only way. It's the slow, gentle path of receiving nourishment that is the dharmic way. And it's counter to capitalism. It's counter to the way that colonization has imprinted our bodies and our body wisdom. And so a big part of your dharmic business model is actually repatterning this urgency, this force, this drive, this overachieving, this perfectionism, all this wiring that has actually disconnected us from our deep states of soul nourishment and body nourishment. And so in this process of growing your dharmic business, you'll be repatterning all of that and supporting the healing and the transformation on a deep, deep level of body nourishment. There is no other way. And you'll start to notice, that doesn't really work for me anymore. Or, that never nourished me. I thought it did, but actually that was not about nourishment at all. Or, wow, I've been in a real state of over giving and overdoing for so long. I thought that was a gift, but in fact, that was a survival trauma response. Who am I without that? How do I function and offer and share when I'm not rooted in this codependent overgiving? And on and on and on. And this is the unraveling that comes when we share our medicine and our gifts in this world, and we're really listening to the body. So this is about repatterning as much as growing and succeeding. And yes, this is about success on the spiritual level as well as the material level. We get to have both. And we can do it in a way that's gentle, nourishing, supportive, and in honor of our whole body. So if you already know that you want to grow your business in alignment with your true soul gifts, and you want to do it in a way that's in right relationship with the nourishment of your body, or maybe you are in the process of scaling to a six-figure business and you want to share your gifts and wisdom with more people, but you want to do it in a way that truly honors your body, not more burnout, not more overgiving, then wealth training is for you. That's why I created wealth training. You step into this process and you get modules that support you step by step in creating the vertebrae of your dharmic offering. We go into marketing, we go into scaling your Facebook group, we go into sales processes, we do it all. And it's all about body wisdom. You even move through my whole Dharma Foundations process, which is centered around the body and your body wisdom, so that you're growing your business and even doing your marketing and your content through a body-centered perspective. What's so special about the wealth training that I've created is that we do both. Success for your spiritual and your dharmic path, as well as material world success. You get to have both. You get to have success in the material world and grow a six-figure business, 10K plus months, without harming your body, without stressing yourself out and going into that contraction. We want to stay in our receptive. We want to honor the cycles and the ebbs and the flows of our body. And we can do that, and we can only do that if we're truly in creating a dharmic business. So I've made it even easier for you to join wealth training and get these resources. Jyotish is a part of this. Practical business tools for growing your six-figure business. It's all here. Content creation, all of it. A live monthly class with me to get extra support and guidance. I've made it so easy for you to join this process, get this support and guidance, and really grow a true dharmic business. So in the next week, if you sign up now, you can get a payment plan that makes it a no-brainer to step in to this process, get these resources, tools, and support. Only $197 a month to step in. 8 payments. The full pay in full is $1,500. If you can pay in full, great. You'll get a private session with me. If you are not able to pay in full, use a payment plan. No problem. And step in. Start this process. Here's the reality. Now is the time to start cleaning up the problems, cleaning up the disconnection, cleaning up what is not working. Get honest with yourself. You want something different, right? You want this to change. You want a way forward that is more nourishing. But you're going to have to take some different steps. You're going to need a different kind of support, and you're going to need resources that truly are rooted in Dharma and dharmic wisdom. The other hard truth here is that no one can fix this except you. So if you already know that you are committed to taking action, getting results, and using these resources to repattern and create a whole new business structure for yourself, and to really be walking a clear path of Dharma, then this is your training. This is for you, and it's why I created it. So you have a very simple path, a straightforward path, clear steps, so easy to get results. In fact, Allie, who joined 3 weeks ago, she said after just 1 week of using these resources that she had been searching for these resources and these tools and this wisdom all of her life. All of her life she's been searching for this. And 1 week in wealth training, and it changed her life just like that. She's clear, she's focused, she knows what her path is all about, and she's creating her six-figure business around that. So if you want to be like Allie, you want that clarity, you want this truth, and you want to grow your business rooted in Dharma, comment wealthy below. Let's get you started with wealth training. There's no reason to keep fumbling around in the dark, hoping your marketing's going to work. Is this my niche? Is this my niche? What is my purpose? How am I going to grow my business and take care of my body? You don't need to question these things anymore. There's answers, there's solutions, there's an easy, straightforward path for you. And it's in wealth training. This is the easiest way to start working with me, to get results, and to have a clear path forward, start growing your business and scaling it to 6 figures. Comment wealthy below. You still have time to take advantage of my incredible payment plan offer. So easy to step in. You can literally step in today and start with just $197. And that way you can start getting results now and start building your wealth and your revenue. So I will see you in wealth training. If you have questions, check in with me. Comment wealthy below and I'll follow up with you and we can talk about all the details and get you registered and signed up. Remember, you know you need to make changes. Now's the time to clean it up, get clear, move forward, and get results. But you are the only one that can make this happen. You need guidance and support, but you are the one that's going to make it happen. No one's going to come fix this and change this except you. If you are a motivated woman and you know you're ready for results now, you're not going to wait another 6 months to make it happen or another year, God forbid. If you already know, this is the time for you to be clear, focused, and stay in alignment with body and business goals. But you want to do it in a way that is in honor of your body and your true soul purpose. Comment wealthy below. Wealth training is for you. Created it just for you. So it's easy and simple to get results and move forward on your dharmic path and grow your business. I will see you there. Our next live class in wealth training is May 5th. Register before then so you can get in on our sales class. We're going to be focusing on sales and improving your sales process so you can actually reach those revenue goals. All right, I'll see you in wealth training. Honor your body, honor your nervous system, and watch for those places where you are in disconnection and you're telling yourself, pushing, forcing, overdoing, overgiving, or you're checking out and avoiding and not looking at the issues and not taking action. Either way, let's repattern that. Let's change that. There is a better way forward. All right. I'll see you in wealth training. Bye.